Imagine facing betrayal, war, or sudden loss, and not just enduring it, but emerging stronger. This was the daily reality for the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while writing timeless wisdom in his journal. Seneca was exiled and later executed, yet he called these events training. And Epictetus, born a slave, taught that the mind is the one thing no tyrant can control. Today, you'll learn 7 Stoic rules to master your emotions, just as they did. These aren't abstract ideas, they're mental drills used by history's toughest minds. Let's begin. Rule 1. The Dichotomy of Control. The Stoics split the world into 2 categories: what you control and what you don't. Your thoughts. Controllable. Your actions. Controllable. Other people's opinions, the past, the weather? Entirely outside your power. Epictetus said, happiness begins when you stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Here's how to apply this today. When stress hits, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my power to change? If yes, act. If no, release it. This simple filter saves you years of wasted energy. For example, stuck in traffic? You can't control the cars, but you can control whether you listen to a podcast or fume in silence. The Stoics called this the art of acquiescence, accepting reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Rule 2. Premeditatio Malorum. The Stoics didn't just accept adversity, they rehearsed it. Premeditatio Malorum means the premeditation of evils. Before dawn, they'd visualize losing their job, their health, even their loved ones. Not to dwell in fear, but to strip fear of its power. Because here's the truth, when you mentally prepare for the worst, you realize you can handle it. Try this tonight. Spend 2 minutes imagining your biggest fear, a failed project, a painful breakup. Picture yourself responding with calm and courage. By doing this, you're inoculating yourself against panic. As Seneca wrote, the man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive. Rule 3. Amor Fati. The Stoics didn't just endure fate, they loved it. Amor Fati means love of your fate. Nietzsche, who admired the Stoics, called this his formula for greatness. Marcus Aurelius put it bluntly, the obstacle is the way. When life hands you chaos, your job isn't to complain, it's to ask, how can I use this? For example, laid off? That's your push to start the business you've delayed. Betrayed? That's your lesson in discernment. The Stoics believed there's no such thing as bad luck, only tests of your creativity. As the Roman proverb goes, the fates guide those who will, and drag those who won't. Rule 4. The Stoic journal, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, wasn't written for publication, it was his private journal. Every night, he'd ask himself 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I let emotions rule me? How can I improve tomorrow? This 5-minute habit is the ultimate emotional gym. Because self-awareness isn't innate, it's trained. Try this template tonight. First, note one victory, no matter how small. Maybe you paused before snapping at a coworker. Then, confess one failure. Perhaps you procrastinated. Finally, plan one micro-action for tomorrow, like waking up 10 minutes earlier to meditate. As Seneca wrote, without a ruler to measure against, you can't make crooked straight. Your journal is that ruler. Rule 5. Memento Mori. The Stoics kept skulls on their desks. Not to be morbid, but to ask, is this how I want to spend my limited time? Memento Mori, remember you must die, is the ultimate prioritization tool. When petty anger arises, whisper, will this matter in 100 years? When you're tempted to gossip, ask, is this how I want to be remembered? This isn't about fear, it's about urgency. The Roman general Pompey wore a ring engraved with a skull to remind him, all glory is fleeting. Your version. Set a death reminder on your phone. Every sunset, let it ask, what did you do today that mattered? Rule 6. The view from above. When stress overwhelms you, the Stoics prescribed a mental drill, the view from above. Imagine floating above earth until cities become specks. Your problems. Invisible at this scale. Marcus Aurelius used this to dissolve ego. Think of the vastness of time and space. How small your share. How brief your moment. Modern science confirms this. Astronauts often report the overview effect, a life-changing shift in perspective after seeing Earth from space. You don't need a rocket. Try this. Close your eyes. Picture yourself rising until you see your neighborhood, then your continent, then the blue marble of Earth hanging in the void. Feel your worries shrink. Rule 7. Sympatheia. The Stoics believed in Sympatheia, the interconnectedness of all things. When someone hurts you, instead of anger, ask, what pain might they be carrying? Epictetus, who was beaten as a slave, taught, every insult is a test of your philosophy. Here's your drill. Next time you're wronged, pause. Visualize the other person as a child, innocent, before life hardened them. This isn't about excusing harm, but about freeing yourself from resentment. As Marcus wrote, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. These 7 rules are your mental armor. But remember, Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Start with just one rule today. Maybe it's journaling tonight, or whispering, Amor, Fati, when traffic stalls you. Comment below, which rule resonated most? If you want part 2, where we'll dive into Stoic tactics for decision fatigue and social pressure, smash the like button and subscribe. And as Seneca said, no wind is favorable if you don't know your port. Your port. Unshakable calm. Set sail.